It's your girl Maddie here, aka Beaver Mash, and today I'm talking to you about Kronieken Wheat de Nevel, the latest album from the Netherlands-based project Schavot. This one comes off of Void Wanderer Productions. And before I get too into this review, I did want to plug that I recently had a written review published of the upcoming Mithridatum release. It's a dissonant death metal project that I'm super high on, and I will link that below. Sleeping Village does great work, and I was honored to work with them. So please, it would be super nice if you would check out my review, but also please just check out this website in general because what they're doing is fantastic. Now, to talk about this album. This is the second release from this solo project, everything being credited to Forrest Valthuis. And wow, this one surprised me. This is some exceptional black metal. Lyrically, it deals a lot with Dutch folklore and similar tales. And musically, there is this incredibly majestic feel. It kind of has this larger than life sense of adventure and wonder, but also it's still pretty intense and furious. This thing is packed with these very awe-inspiring melodic passages, but saying that, still heavily there is this grim, very 90s Scandinavian terror to be found everywhere. While this thing is beautiful at times, it's still very grim and equally blistering, which is something that a lot of the great black metal albums, back to like the second wave, really possess. The band won me over immediately. How they started this thing on Onmans. Immediately with these gracefully sung vocals that introduce these flying melodic guitars, the band instantaneously succeeds in transporting you into these soundscapes they so easily produce. Vocally, it comes through with these serrated and very weary screeches, while there are some cool like double track passages to just heighten the melancholia of this thing. And also there's these interesting, very theatrical spoken word passages that add to just this folklore thing happening. These layers of synths and added guitars seem to come and go to move this along a trajectory through these dynamic shifts. There's these obvious peaks, and then there's these build-ups, but also these come-downs and valleys throughout that give this track a lot of emotional pull. It feels as if you are being told this epic, captivating tale through the music. Geestenreich, however, is much more abrasive and dark, carried through with these jagged guitars and vicious drum attacks, and the vocals come through with a much more focused sneer. Still, there is room for some of these emotive melodic runs, and they're utilized to great effect here. I also really enjoy some of these moving kind of chanted vocal sections here. Now, I keep using the term melodic to describe this record, and I need to be careful with that. Before I get too far into this review, I want to tell you what this record isn't. Schavot use of melodicism isn't overdone. It isn't tacky. No, the melodicism here doesn't in any way polish the record's raw and primal energy. It's used simply to inject energy and life into the record. Trust me. I hope by now I have some credibility when I say that this is as true with a V as it gets by every measure used to quantify it. Hexen 1. These swelling and hostile synths hold up these very diabolical, fluttering guitars. It feels otherworldly and highly mythical. I really admire these folksy and pagan-esque vocal interjections. Still, with all this said, there is this fury and depravity that works around every corner. It's marvelous. I really love the skipping buzzsaw riffs on Heist des Island. Holds up these frenzied howls from Flores, and the drums really shine here, shifting from these monstrous blast beats and shifting easily into these more lyrical and restrained passages. It's super impressive. Flores also flexes some diversity as these more open, somber passages are incorporated. It uses minimalism to accentuate the album's more climactic moments. Water just comes off so triumphant. It's as if you're in the middle of a quest. Sorry, I play a lot of RPGs. This is where my mind goes. You're in the middle of a quest, right? And you're finding an ancient relic, and it feels like this is the perfect song to be playing in the background. It comes with these arresting synths and guitar interactions. Definitely feels like it's being pulled out of the heart and soul of the second wave black metal movement. Also, I really like how some more quiet guitar moments are used to really conjure up some ambience here. Cabrels is probably the most bare bones, straightforward cut on this record that is not a comment on the quality. It's definitely a necessary, vital track. Here, it's just 4 minutes of pure, untamed black metal determination. Neat Aline de Avant Vault is kind of the long, epic cut of the record at over 6 minutes, and you get these winding tremolo layers that seem to overlap one another. It creates a very enchanting effect while these very somber licks work to inject so much power and feeling into the track. And it kind of helps to segue into this more dreary and meditative midsection that works really well for the track and the overall narrative of the album. Schavot saves the most vile and utterly furious cut for last on De Latse Dens Gadans. You can tangibly feel the sinister nature radiating off of these riffs. Cars kind of swim around the headphones, easily winning over the attention of a listener, giving this a proper sit through. the way this album ended, it feels like a proper conclusion to this legendary epic tale, which is what this album feels like to me. I love this record. If you follow me on Twitter, you know how much I enjoyed this thing. This thing is an experience. It's a black metal record that finds ways to utilize so many various feels and emotional shifts and approaches while still remaining very focused. This thing is nasty and moving, grim and enchanting, heavy and melodic. And it's these contrasts that are not forced but easily held in tandem that made this record stand out so much to me. I enjoyed this one so much, and for some reason, it is getting lost in the discussion amongst the other records that were released this week, and those records justify the attention. I'm going to talk about them. But this is the one that really resonated with me, and it's frustrating me that nobody else is talking about it. Please talk about it, at least listen to it, and understand why I am losing my absolute shit over this record. It's so good. Definitely. I mean, I know it's only January. People get mad when people say this, but it's definitely going to be on the album of the year list. And hey, you. If you're somebody who's going to see this review when it's uploaded on January 30th, 2023, it's my birthday tomorrow. Just throw that out there. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Helps it grow. If you're so kind, please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me, and it helps get the channel out there. It's the whole YouTube algorithm thing. I have a comment section. Please talk to me about metal. I love engaging with those. It makes me really happy when people do kind of interact with me in a more active way. I have a Twitter you can follow. Link to that is in the bio of the YouTube channel. Keep it metal. My name is Maddie, aka Beavermosh. I'm signing off.